what is up guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome to my channel. My name is Samantha. Cove is down here eating, and today I'm doing a little life update slash Q&A. It's been a while since I've been on here, and I plan on being more consistent, but I feel like I say that every single time. So I figured I would just come on here, kind of give an update. So yeah, life update. Not a ton has changed with like where we are, what we're doing. Really the only changes are the kids. So Kai is going to be 2 next month, which I don't even understand how that's possible. That is actually crazy, and I'm sad but excited because I'm so excited to plan his birthday party. And then Cove is 7 months. He turns 8 months this month, and like I don't even know how that time happened. Like I feel like he was just born. He's gotten huge. He's crawling all over the place, climbing things like crazy, which is stressful. And I'm convinced he will be walking literally any single day. He like stands up on furniture, and it is extremely crazy. And the boys absolutely love each other, and their bond is growing every single day. They love playing together, and it's just so sweet. It's like the most amazing thing. I started my own baby shop, if you haven't seen that, so I'll have that in the description. It's called Cora & Co. That's super exciting. We renewed our lease, unfortunately, at the place that we were staying, but we do plan on, hopefully, fingers crossed, buying a house this year. But I asked you guys to ask me some questions. I posted it on Instagram and on TikTok, so let me pull that on up. Alright, so where are you from? I am from South Florida, born and raised. I literally was born like 30 minutes from where I'm at now. Like I have not left this area. Been here for a long time. Kind of too scared to move anywhere else though. How's your family? Honestly, we're doing great. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like we're in a really good place right now, and I'm in a really good place. I had like really bad postpartum depression that is finally going away, and I feel like we're all just doing a lot better. I feel like everything seems so perfect, and I'm not pregnant. I think that has a huge part to do with it, because pregnancy is like so hard for me. So like not being pregnant, not having postpartum depression, I feel like life is just fantastic. And the boys and Ben are fantastic. What are things you're wanting in your forever home? Okay, this is a good one. Honestly, I think when we buy a home this year, it will most likely be like our forever slash like very long-term home, like where the kids are going to be growing up and staying for the rest of their lives until they move out, obviously. But the main things that we want is a very nice backyard. I kind of prefer no pool, just as like a safety reason. Pools kind of scare me, and my parents have a pool and most neighborhoods have pools, so I feel like it's not really needed. I would prefer like a huge playground and like a bunch of fun things out there for them. So a very nice backyard. We definitely want a bedroom for Ben to have an office because he works from home. And I would love to have 2 rooms for the boys. So they would have one room that they would share to sleep at night, and then they would have a playroom. And then when they're in like middle school, or they just like, if they ever like are like, Mom, I don't want to share a room anymore, like we don't like each other, like I don't want to be with him all the time, then we would get rid of the playroom and put them in separate rooms, and hopefully by that time they don't really need a playroom anyway. So that's like kind of my plan. I think it would work out really well. What else? I feel like with whatever house we buy, we will definitely like over time renovate a lot. Completely like redo the bathrooms and the kitchen and all that over time. I would love a huge, nice kitchen. A walk-in pantry would be amazing. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, we want a koi pond for sure. That will definitely happen. We want a koi fish pond in our house. Well, not inside, but outside of our house. Yeah, definitely 2-story. I don't know what else, but I definitely have like a vision in my head of what I want, and I definitely think it will happen sometime soon. So that's very exciting. How old were you when you had the boys? So with Kai, I got pregnant at 19 and I had him at 20. And then with Cove, I got pregnant and had him at 21. Yes, I was 21 with Cove. So Kai was born in 2020 and Coco was born in 2021. They're only 15 months apart, so we're pretty close in age. How old are you? Okay, I get this question a lot now, and I feel like it's because of my like content on TikTok talking about like my teen pregnancies and things like that. I am now 22, so I feel like people still think like because I talk about that I'm a teenager. I'm not a teenager. I am 22. So yeah. Are you married? No, not yet. Me and Ben were talking about this a few days ago. We were saying that we should get married this year. We've been engaged for 3 years now. It'll be exactly 3 years in 4 days. So we've been engaged for 3 years. So it's been quite a while. But when we got engaged, we knew that we were not in a rush to get married. Engagement is kind of like the same like commitment for us that a wedding is. We're not super like, we're not in a rush to get legally married or have ceremony or any of that. Like we are committed to each other, and that's kind of all that matters in our eyes. Marriage is honestly just a piece of paper, right? But we were talking about possibly getting married this year, mostly for like financial reasons, and kind of just like, I don't know, as like that experience. Like we obviously want to experience like having a wedding and all that. We will be having 2 weddings because we'll have a traditional Chinese wedding and then an American wedding here. So that will be crazy. It's definitely going to be a lot of planning for a Chinese wedding. It's also going to be in a whole different state. So there's a lot that goes into that. And a lot of Ben's family is still very concerned with the global pandemic going on. So I'm not so sure about when or if that will happen this year. Just because we obviously want everyone to be able to come. Right now it just seems like that wouldn't happen, but I'm ready to get married whenever he wants. So, are you having any more kids? This question is also asked a lot, and every single time I answer it, my answer is different, and I'm well aware of that. My whole plan is always different. So when I was pregnant with Cove, I said I don't want to be pregnant again. This is our last baby. We'll have 2 boys, perfect, beautiful, yada yada, amazing. Now my views have kind of changed. I do not have baby fever. I want to clarify that because when I had Kai, I had major baby fever, which is why we have babies that are 15 months apart. Baby fever kicked in so freaking hard. Yeah, dad. This time I don't have baby fever, honestly. My friends just had babies and it didn't even make me have baby fever. I love their children. I think they're adorable, but it's not like, oh my god, I need one. Like, I don't really feel that this time. But I also am not really sure that my family is complete yet. I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that I do have 2 boys. I kind of got in my feelings the other day thinking that I may never have a girl, and that kind of makes me really sad. I mean, I grew up with a sister. I have a stepsister that I grew up with, like, not necessarily grew up with. I was 15, I think, when I met her, but I have two sisters, and, you know, you get to, like, do all the girly things, and I feel like I see myself being such, like, a really good girl mom. And not that I just wasn't raised around boys. Like, it's very different for me. So I feel like I'm missing out on a lot. And I look back at, like, my childhood and things that I did, and I'm like, I want to do that for a daughter one day. And I mentioned it to Ben, and he was like, well, maybe in, like, 5 years, if we're financially in a good place, we can adopt a baby girl. And I was like, yeah, maybe. And I always was open to the thought of adoption. But now that I have my own children, like my own blood, like I created these kids, I would love to see what me and Ben's baby girl looked like. And I know I would not be promised a girl, and if we had another boy, I might be a little bit upset at first, but it's the thought of, like, possibly, like, creating a girl that, like, would make me so excited. So I don't know, I told Ben, like, I kind of think I want another one when we have a house, have a bigger car, and hopefully that's the time that Cove is around, like, 1 to 2 years, like somewhere in between there. And he said no. So I don't know, we might be able to get him to change his mind. I might change my mind. Cove might turn 1 and I'll be like, just kidding, my life just got easier, I don't want to do this again. Pregnancy is also really hard for me, so I don't know why I think I would be able to do that again. But I don't know. So my answer is I don't know, because I'm not going to say yes and I'm not going to say no anymore, because things change, feelings change, life changes. I don't know. I'm so stuck. I don't know. If you have 3 kids, let me know if it's hard from going from 2 to 3. I feel like 1 to 2 was really not that bad for me, but let me know. Do you want a sister? Do you want to be a big brother? Say yes. You gotta tell Dad. Say, I want to be a big brother. What do you want to do when your kids are in school? I don't know. I keep, like, for a while I thought maybe I would homeschool. But I don't know that that would be the best option. I think I'm going to homeschool at least, like, the first few years of elementary, where kids are still learning to be kids, and I don't necessarily want them to be around an environment where there's, I don't know, I guess, like, mean children. I think of, like, my little sister. She's in 2nd grade, and I feel like there's just a lot of big feelings that these kids have, and a lot of, like, learning that they're still doing, and then they go to school and tell other kids about things. I don't know how to even explain it, but I feel like the first few years I would rather have them home and teach them things at home and kind of help them through those, like, first few years of schooling, kind of help them through the struggle, so that when they do go to an actual school, they kind of understand better. I don't know, and they're nicer to people. I'm not sure if any of that makes sense, but I would prefer to just teach them myself first, so that when someone else tries to teach them, they kind of know how to act and how to treat people and all that. The boys already have a large friend group, so they're constantly around kids, so I'm not concerned about social aspects whatsoever. When they start school, I either want to have my own shop, like a physical baby shop. I think would be a ton of fun, running on my own schedule and just something for me to do. Or I hope that my online shop is doing well enough that I can just continue doing that. I still plan on doing social media, and hopefully that does better. I don't plan on ever really getting, like, I guess you could say, real job. Any job that I have, I want it to be on my own schedule. so that I can pick up my kids from school and drive them to school every day and be with them on the weekends, and for summer break go on vacations as a family and all that stuff. So whatever I do, it will be on my own schedule and my own planning. That is the goal. Is there anything you wanted to do but didn't get the chance to once becoming a mom? Honestly, I don't think so. My goal was always to be a mom. I always wanted to be a young mom. My children were planned. So I don't think there's really anything that I was like, oh, I really want to do this before having kids. Once I did have kids and kind of realized like what being a mom is really like, I kind of wish that we might have waited a little longer. I don't know, I'm like so like back and forth about this. Sometimes I wish we waited and kind of enjoyed our time together not having kids, because me and Ben also weren't dating super long when we did get pregnant or have kids. And so I kind of feel like I wish we enjoyed that time a little bit more and traveled a little bit more, but we can also enjoy time together when our kids move out one day, or even with kids. Like, you can still enjoy each other, and you can still go on trips, and you can still do things. So I feel like right now, because they're so little, I feel like sometimes I missed out on that like one-on-one time with him. But as they get older, I know it'll get easier and we'll be able to have one-on-one time together. So I don't think there's really much that like I would have necessarily missed out on that I can't still do, if that makes sense. I really like this question. She said, how much do you plan to adhere to gender roles in your boys' upbringing? So, if you don't know, my family is very, I don't know how to say this without like sounding bad, but I feel like they're very against like, how do I word this? Like, boys wearing pink or having Barbie dolls or being gay or anything like that, I feel like just is not their vibe, is not something that they want. I don't ever plan on like gender roles, I guess. Like, do I call them boys? Yes, because they are boys. But when it comes to things like toys or clothes or things like that, those things don't have genders. So I'm not gonna like tell Kai, like if we're in the store and he wants a Barbie doll, I'm not gonna say, oh no, that's for girls, you can't have that, because there's nothing that says, oh, this is only for girls. Only girls can have a Barbie. Like, that doesn't make any sense. This is something that me and Ben are not necessarily on the same page. Ben always says, like, we had a conversation about it, and he was like, well, if Kai asked for a Barbie doll, I'd say, Kai, that's normally for girls, but if you still want it, you can have it. And I'm like, but why would you say that? Because I don't understand how it is for girls. It's for anybody. It's a toy. So I feel like I'm still kind of like trying to explain it to Ben, but Kai has a man bun, and a lot of people think that that's gay or girly, and it is literally hair. It's not gonna make him gay because he has a man bun. Lately Kai loves these little like hair clips that I have. He saw them on the counter one day and I showed him them in my hair, and so he wanted me to put them in his hair, and like, here's a cute picture. You say cheese. But now every single day he wants to wear them. So we went to the park one day with them, and all my friends are like, does Kai have barrettes in or whatever? And I'm like, yeah, he really likes them. And they're like, he is so cute. Like, no one is gonna be like, I mean, I'm sure there's people that think that's weird, and a few random people called him a girl, which I understand, that's fine, but in his eyes, it's just something cool that he can wear. It's like a sticker, like you put a sticker on and you feel cool. He doesn't know what it is, he just thinks it's fun. He thinks he looks cute in them. So he wears barrettes. I put the boys in purple because I think they look beautiful in purple, and we have matching pajamas in the color purple. I see nothing wrong with it. So my kids can play with whatever toys they want, wear whatever they want. If Kai says that he wants to wear a dress, I am fine with that. He can wear a dress. And I'm trying to get Ben fine with that, because that's just like, I want them to be whoever they want to be. And I'm not saying that because Kai wears barrettes and wears purple that he's gay or he's gonna want to be a girl one day. Like, I don't think that has anything to do with it. I really think that they're just children and they don't know any of this. It's society that puts all this stuff in your head. This means nothing at this age. At this age, it's simply them just exploring the world and finding things that they like. So, especially at this age, I have no, like, I'm not sticking to gender roles in this house whatsoever. I dress like a boy, like, let's be honest. I dress like a boy. I can wear boy clothes. I wear Ben's clothes. No one's saying that I'm a boy. No one's saying that that's wrong. So, yeah, I don't know. I feel like that's something that I'm very passionate about, and I feel like a lot of other people aren't, especially men. I don't understand why men think it's like so wrong for a boy to like do girly things. But yeah, I don't know why they get like so mad about it, but that will not be something that I am sticking to in this home. My home is a safe place for my children and they can be whoever they want to be. So, since I just spoke about that for literally like 5 minutes, I'm going to end this video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and if you have any other questions, leave them in the comments down below, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye! Bye! Bye-bye! Bye, guys.